Proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Wow.
Thank you, Emily.
Good morning,
What a
ladies and
start.
gentlemen. Welcome to the 2015 D2 Boys Swim Meet held at the Corwin-Nixon Natatorium on the campus of Miami University in Oxford.
And that was just Emily Hardy, the head coach of the Indian Hill swim team, performing the national anthem for us to kick off this session.
And we're about to start with event 62, which is the boys' 200-yard medley relay. We've got 3 heats in this event. And we're just getting the officials and the timers taking their positions. 3 heats in this event in the boys' 200-yard medley relay. We've got the way districts work, for those who are new to this, is that 24 teams are going to make it to state from the 4 districts.
And 2 alternates.
Well, actually, there's no alternates at state.
Oh, that's right. There's not. Still stuck on districts.
And so we're about to get going with the boys' 200-yard medley relay.
In lane 1 we have Miami East, lane 2 Catholic Central, lane 3 Valley View, lane 4 Brookville, lane 5 Waynesville, lane 6 Fenwick, lane 7 Lehman, and in lane 8 Greenville. Our alternates in this event were Cleves Taylor and Cincinnati Purcell Marion.
And so for each district of the 4 districts, we're in the Southwest cluster. And so this district, the top 2 teams are automatic qualifiers for state, and then that gives us 8 teams automatically qualifying for state out of the 4 districts. Then the next 16 at-large times across the districts will make it to state. Our district typically is the fastest district, and so even if you come in the top 8, you might make it to state. And what did it take to get to state over the last few years in this event? The fastest time in the last 5 years was a 1:42.99. The slowest time was a 1:44.76. So a 1:43 and you're on the bubble. At the moment, out in lane 3, Valley View's looking very good with Michael Bowman, a senior on butterfly. Very good transition with Matt Pettit in lane 2, handing over to Sean Jacobs for Springfield Catholic. Damon Thomas is chasing in lane 3. Damon Thomas, a freshman. Very nice turn. He's just trying to hold off Sean Jacobs, lanes 2 and 3. On the touch, and look at that. 8/100ths of a second between the teams. Catholic Central just out-touches Valley View with a 1:51.87. And we're about to have heat 2.
Okay, out in lane 1, we have Miami Valley. In lane 2, Baden. Lane 3, Troy Christian. Lane 4, Kenton Ridge. In lane 5, Marymount. In lane 6, Cincinnati Country Day. In lane 7, Chaminade Julienne. And in lane 8, Bell Fountain.
And with these teams, the 2 top-seeded teams are running 147s, and this was not shaved, not tapered at sectionals for most of these boys. And the time they're looking for is a 143. So we could have a couple of teams here who are on the bubble of making state.
Out there in the middle if this is their shave and taper meet.
At the moment, we've got a good breaststroker running out of Cincinnati Marymount. I think that's Chris Spooner in lane 5. Spooner in 5, hands over to Colin Widecan. And Marymount has a shot at making state the way they're swimming at the moment. They're looking for a 143, even a 142. Nice butterfly leg from Colin Widecan. He's a junior. He's handing over to Mac Nelson, another junior. They've got a good lead over the rest of the field. Brian Rexroth is chasing for Springfield Kenton in lane 4. At the moment, Mac Nelson's holding off the field. Can they go 143 or faster? That's around the time that's going to make state this year. 144.62. Back in 2011, a 144.76 made it to state. So they're on the bubble.
Depends on how fast everybody else is this year.
Generally speaking, each year seems to be getting faster. Now we're moving into the top heat.
In lane 1, we have the Indian Hill Relay. In lane 2, Eaton. In lane 3, Tippecanoe. And in lane 4, the top seed at this session is Seven Hills. In lane 5, Madeira. Lane 6, Oakwood. Lane 7, Wyoming. And in lane 8, Carroll. This will be the heat to watch. And the top 2 finishers at our session here will automatically advance to state.
And Seven Hills is currently the 200 medley relay record holder for districts. They swam very close to the state winning time last year at districts, set the district record. 3 of their swimmers have returned. Matthew Marquette, Piers Kaiser, Tim Hagermeister, and now they've got Sean Gray closing. And so Seven Hills clearly the team to beat. Again, they are the district record holder. Matthew Marquette, top seed in the backstroke later on today. Piers Kaiser, top seed in the breaststroke later today. Tim Hagermeister, very strong butterflyer. Sean Gray, highly seeded in the freestyle. And out in a 23.23. That's a very fast time. At the moment, we've got Madeira chasing. Piers Kaiser, very good breaststroker. He can run a 56 in the 100. He's being chased by Ryan Stevenson for Madeira. 26 split, very fast. 26 split also for Ryan Stevenson. Chet Dobson on butterfly for Madeira. Tim Hagermeister on butterfly for Seven Hills. The record's a 135.70. Sean Gray in for Seven Hills. Can they break their own record? Madeira.
They're ahead of me.
Alex Fortman in the water holding second place.
And they're ahead of meet record pace right now.
Meet record pace, 1:35.70. They're gonna kill it. 1:34.08. New meet record, closing with a 21:50. Madeira also, Alex Thorntman with a 21:48, brings it home with a 1:37.10. Third place to Oakwood A.
And that entire heat comes in underneath
The slowest time on that heat was Wyoming with a 1:40.96.
And so that makes all 8 teams well
I think
underneath
the
previous
whole
state qualifying
heat's going to make
times.
state. And a very good swim for Seven Hills, coming in with a 1:34.0. Very strong swim. And hopefully we'll have a chance to interview those boys shortly. We're about to move to the awards. And the format today is that after each event, we'll have the awards for the top 8 and before we move on to the next event. And again, a very impressive showing by Cincinnati Seven Hills. That time would have won state by a second last year. Very good time. The state records are 1:31.67, set way back in 2011. So, very good swim. Hopefully we'll have a chance to interview that relay team after the award ceremony.
And 2 of those young men will be returning next year. They're only losing 2 of them as seniors this year.
Matthew Marquette comes into this meet first seed in the 1 fly and the 1 back. Pierce Kaiser, first seed in the 100 breaststroke. Also a very good freestyler. Tim Hagermeister, very well seeded in the 2 IM. He's 3rd seed at the moment, but capable of swimming a lot faster. And Sean Gray is in the 100 free. Sean Gray this year swimming 3 relays. You can swim 2 individual events and 2 relays, or you can swim 1 individual event and 3 relays. Sean Gray is going to be anchoring many of the Seven Hills relays today.
And we're getting ready for the medal ceremony right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, here they are, your top 8 finishers in the 200 medley relay. Our awards today in the 200 medley relay will be presented by the head coach from Tippecanoe, Carl Stanberry. All of our top 8 finishers were well under last year's qualifying time for the state meet of 1:43.9. Finishing in 8th place, the team from Wyoming. Finishing in 7th place, Eaton. Our 6th place finishers are the team from Tip City, Tippecanoe. Finishing in 5th place, Indian Hill. Our 4th place finishers, Dayton Carroll. Finishing in third place, Dayton Oakwood. Finishing in second place and earning an automatic qualifying spot next week for Canton, the team of Jack Mankowski, Ryan Stevenson, Chet Dobson, and Alex Fortman. They're from Madeira. And our 2015 district champions finished with a new meet record time of 1:34.08. The team of Matthew Marquardt, Pierce Kaiser, Tim Hagemeister, and Sean Gray. They are Seven Hills. There they are, ladies and gentlemen, your top 8 finishers in the 200 medley relay. Congratulations, boys.
All right.
And so that was a record-breaking swim, and they didn't just break the record, they took over a second off the record, the Seven Hills team. And again, they're going to be a serious contender at state. That was over a second faster than the state winning time last year, and they broke the record they already held by a second and a half. And again, we're a very strong district, and it really looks like we're going to have all 8 teams through to state this year, I suspect. And we're now going to move on to the 200 freestyle.
Our first individual event.
And this is different this year because we've now transitioned to the same format as D1. We've got 4 heats in each event, 32 swimmers.
And 2 alternates. And the top 24 will again advance to state next week in Canton.
And so the top 2 swimmers are automatic qualifiers, and then it's the top 16 at-large times. And again, from this district, although statistically you would expect that with 24 we should be only having another 4 swimmers making it, sometimes we get another 6 or 8 swimmers making it, because this is so much faster than some of the other districts. And we also have the advantage that this is a fast pool, and each pool in the region is of different levels of speed. Interestingly, this is a faster pool than Canton, where the state meet is held. And so this gives our district a second advantage. We're a very strong district in terms of the quality of the swimmers, and we get to do our district meet in a fast pool. We're getting ready for event 63. It's the boys' 200-yard freestyle.
Again, 4 heats of this event. Swimming out in lane 1 from Fairlawn, freshman Colin McLean. In lane 2 from Catholic Central, we have a senior Ian Collins. In lane 3, a freshman from Monroe, Noah Rocheleau. In lane 4 from Baden, Michael Nye. In lane 5, Carson Zimmer from Alter. In lane 6, Ryan Hunt from Cincinnati Hills Christian Academy. In lane 7, Matthew Mobius from Troy Christian. And in lane 8, Michael Taylor from Tip City Tippecanoe. The alternates in this event from sectionals last week were Henry Wagner from Marymount and from Carroll, Carter Joliat.
And the guy to watch in this heat is Carson Zimmer. Last year, he was in a lower heat and ended up coming 17th at districts. He really put down a very good time from an early heat. And again, it looks like that's his intent at the moment. He went out for the opening 100 in a 53. Second and a half faster than anyone else in the field. At the moment, Michael Nye in lane 4 is chasing him. Carson Zimmer, a senior at Alter. He's planning to go to John Carroll University next year. 29 second split, 122. He's looking to go round about a 150 here. Could be a huge time drop. 150, 151. What does it take? A 150.61 got you to state way back in 2010.
But now
More
it's-
recently, you've
yeah.
needed a 148 mid. 148.68 last year. Here he comes. 153.02. 153.02, closing with a 30. Second place, Matthew Mobius in lane 7. The meet record in this event is a 138 set last year. Last year, we had 7 meet records broken. We've already had 1 meet record broken this morning.
All right, in heat 2 of the boys 200-yard freestyle, we have Taylor Hodge in lane 1 from Wilmington, Mac Nelson from Marymount in lane 2, Nick Fannin from Urbana in lane 3. In lane 4, Simon Dadowski from Purcell Marion. In lane 5, Noah Curry from Talawanda, a freshman. In lane 6, Scott Overby from Marymount. In lane 7, from Wyoming, senior Max Chow. And rounding out the heat in lane 8 from Marymount, sophomore Walker McManus.
The guy to watch in this event may be Max Chow. Max Chow was sick for the last 3 weeks. He's 5 pounds lighter than he was 2 weeks ago.
And that could either be a mighty taper or...
He's a boy who tends to swim back half. He's very fast on the back half. Last year he came 9th at districts and 9th at state. And he's starting to turn it on in the back 100. He went out in a 53 for the opening 100. He's someone who could come back in under a minute.
Yep, there he is.
He's starting to turn it on. He's going to need really to go 28-28 if he wants to make state. 27-26, he's turning it on. He's trying to make state again. He's flying hurt. He really missed 2 weeks of school, 2 weeks of practice, and now he's turning it on. If he can hold another 27, he'll go sub 150 and he'll make state.
And that's right after participating in that relay, swimming backstroke and doing a very respectable
trying
time.
very hard here. He's going to get a good time. 147.95. Last year, a 148.68 made state, 27 close.
And he did
he's got a chance.
He did a 157 at sectionals last week, so he's really on the mend.
We're on to heat 3. We've got 4 heats.
In the third heat, out in lane 1, we have Jack Dowling, a senior from Indian Hill. In lane 2, a junior from Bell Fountain, Isaiah Brady. In lane 3, Rami Wadi from Clark Montessori, he's a senior. Out in the middle in lane 4, Ben Wright, a junior at Bethel. In lane 5, a senior from Wyoming, Stephen Barrett. In lane 6, Henry Marquardt from Seven Hills, a sophomore. In lane 7, Malcolm Depke, a junior from Cincinnati Country Day. And rounding out this heat in lane 8, a freshman from Indian Hill, Max Ihausen.
Thanks, Vicky. At the moment, Malcolm Dobke's doing his best to take on the field out in lane 7. He came 13th at districts last year. The guy to watch may be Stephen Barrett in lane 5 for Wyoming. He's a senior.
And this is his taper meet.
He came 7th in this meet last year and went on to come 10th at state. So they went out in 51s for the 100. This is a good heat. It's who can be a back half swimmer. Stephen Barrett in 5 is starting to turn it on. He's also a back half swimmer. What's that split? 26. That's a good split. He's going to put up a good time here. He could do a 143. Marquette's chasing him in 6. Barrett turning for home. He's trying to go a 143. Barrett 148.68 got you there last year. Barrett with a 144.26. He's going to go to state. 26 close. Henry Marquette takes second with a 145. Third goes to Malcolm Dopke, 147. All of those guys are in with a chance at state. So's Isaiah Bradley.
Yep. Last year it was a 148.68. Just about everyone in this final heat comes in under that top qualifying time last year. In lane 1, a junior from Seven Hills, Tiger Sear. In lane 2, a sophomore from Wyoming, Carson Burt. In lane 3, Justin Crew, a senior from Shawnee. In lane 4, a senior from Oakwood who will be going to Purdue next year, Jackson Higgins. In lane 5, a freshman from Bellbrook, Cody Bybee. In lane 6, Josh Rocheleau, a sophomore from Monroe. In lane 7, Garrison Purple, a freshman again from Summit Country Day. And in lane 8, another freshman from Wyoming, Phil Brocker.
3 freshmen in this heat. And there's already 4 swimmers who might well have put up state qualifying times.
Yep, only 2 seniors in the field.
One of the seniors, Jackson Higgins, managed to come second in this event at state last year. Justin Crew came third at state last year. Carson Burt came 6th at state last year. This is a pretty loaded heat. Tiger Sear came 16th at state. Again, this is a very fast district. This could be a very close race. You've got quite a few kids who are looking for a good time here. We've already seen a 144 from Stephen Barrett. The meet records are 138. I don't think anyone will do that today, but you may get people running 140s. And remember, these boys are not necessarily shaved and tapered for this meet. The top swimmers have already decided they're going to make state. They're going to be shaving and tapering for state. Higgins is out fast, 22.8 in the opening 50. That's a very fast pace. Cody Bybee chasing from Bellbrook in lane 5. He's a freshman. They're out in 47s. That's fast. They could go sub 140 at this pace. Bybee turning it on, trying to catch Higgins, turning even. Bybee and Higgins, they have left the field behind. Third place, Justin Crew. Remember, Crew came third at state last year. 50 to go, turning in 25s. We are looking at close to meet record pace. The meet records are 138.85. The state records are 138.42. We are going to be surprisingly, I did not think this meet record was under threat. Higgins is going to hold on with a very good time. 138.92, 139.52 for Bybee. Just off the meet record. Really good swims there. Third place, Justin Crew, 142. Again, I emphasize he came third at state last year. Fourth, Carson Burt with a 143. Fifth, Phil Brocker, 144. Wyoming looking good there.
And every one of these swimmers in this heat were well under that qualifying time from last year.
And the fifth place is actually going to go to Phil Brocker. Is fifth in this heat, but 6th overall, because the fifth place is actually going to go to Stephen Barrett from the previous heat.
Wyoming takes 4th, 5th, and 6th.
And the 8th place is a 145.93. Last year, a 148 made state. So we are going to have a strong representation at state this year. We won't know the final qualifiers for another day or two, till all the other districts have swum and then uploaded their times. They're all going to swim today, but the times won't be uploaded. We're going to hand over. handing over to the awards now.
Ladies and gentlemen, here they are, your top 8 finishers in the 200 freestyle. It was a very fast 200 freestyle. We had 13 swimmers under last year's last at-large qualifying time of 1:48.08. A very fast event. 13 swimmers under last year's qualifying time. Our awards tonight, the 200 freestyle will be given out by the head coach from Shawnee, Jason Hill. Finishing in 8th place, he's a sophomore from Seven Hills, Henry Marquardt. Our 7th place finisher is a sophomore from Monroe, Josh Rocheleau. Finishing in 6th place, a freshman from Wyoming, Philip Brocker. Our 5th place finisher is a senior from Wyoming, Stephen Barrett. Finishing in 4th place, a sophomore from Wyoming, Carson Burt. Our 3rd place finisher is a senior from Shawnee, Justin Crew. Finishing in 2nd place and earning an automatic qualifying spot for Canton next week, a freshman from Bellbrook, Cody Bybee. And our 2015 district champion with a time of 1:38.92. He's a senior from Dayton Oakwood, Jackson Higgins. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, your top 8 finishers in the 200 freestyle. Congratulations, boys.
All right, and now we're back. We'll be going for event 64, the boys 200 individual medley. And shortly we'll be interviewing the winning relay.
And very impressive that that last event, the top 14 swimmers went under the state qualifying time last year. I don't think that'll happen this year in the sense that the state qualifying time is probably going to be even
We're ready for
faster.
our next event, the 200-yard IM. There are 4 heats, heat 1.
So we're moving into the boys 200-yard individual medley.
And again, there are 4 heats of this event. Swimming in heat 1. In lane 1, from Tip City Tippecanoe, Adam Bynack. In lane 2, from Houston, Andrew Sluice. In lane 3, from Kenton Ridge, Brian Rexroth. In lane 4, from Eaton, Josh Poole. In lane 5, from Indian Hill, Joe Sheard. In lane 6, Dakota Lewis Griggs from Kenton Ridge. And in lane 7, Casey Puckett from Tri-Village. And rounding out the heat in lane 8, a freshman from Cincinnati Country Day, John Pettengill. The alternates we had in this event after sectionals last week were Andrew Lebamoff from Carroll and James Kelly from Waynesville.
And we're going to take the opportunity to interview 3/4 of the district record holding medley relay team. And we've given the mic to Pierce Kaiser, who's the graduating senior on the team along with Sean Gray. Pierce, I believe you're off to Columbia, aren't you?
But yes, I am. I'm really excited about that.
Will you be swimming?
Well, yeah, I'll be swimming there.
And I think they're very lucky to get you. So that was a very impressive relay. You guys held the record, and you took 1.5 seconds off your own record. And that looked like a very strong swim from all 4 of you. There was not a weak link on that team. And so how are you feeling going into state? You are 1 second faster than the state winning time last year. I don't know if you've looked at the other districts yet, but you've got a real chance of taking this at state this year.
Yeah, at state last year, we lost by just a fraction of a second, and we're really hopeful to win it and really show them who's in charge when we get up to state this year.
I think you've got a very good chance with this, and I think all of you are looking very well seated for your individual events today. I think, Sean, you're doing the 100 free. Matthew, you've got both the 1 back and the 1 fly. Pierce, you're 1 free and the 1 breast, which is really your specialty.
Yeah.
So, and again, I think you've swum you're not at all shaved or tapered. At least you don't look very shaved to me.
Okay, and winning that last heat, we had Josh Poole with a 2:10.85.
And so hopefully, I presume you're planning to deliver it at state.
Yeah, we all are. We're planning on really going to state and try to take that with force.
Sounds superb. Very good to speak to you guys. Congratulations. That was a very impressive swim. I'm going to look forward to seeing you guys at state.
And now we have heat 2 in the water of the boys 2 IM.
Thank you.
In this event last year, it took a 2:03.41 to make it to state. In lane 1, we have Greg Smith from Stivers. In lane 2 from Wyoming, a freshman, Holden Jarrell. In lane 3, another freshman from Indian Hill, Sam Oakham. In lane 4 from Bellbrook, Drew Breeze. In lane 5, Ben Enderly from Roger Bacon. In lane 6, Matthew Newcomer from Troy Christian. In lane 7 from Wyoming, Abe Wickstrom. And in lane 8 from Carroll, Francesco Brossert. And again, in this event last year, it took a 2:03.41 to advance to state.
But the way things are going, I think you need a 2:02 to make it to state this year. Very nice backstroke leg from Drew Brees. He's well ahead of the field. Sam Oakham in 3 is a very good breaststroker. He's going to make a move now, but Brees is far ahead of the field. He came in with a 2:10. Clearly was not shaved or tapered at sectionals. And he's looking to try and go around about a 2:02 if he wants to make state. That's going to be what it's going to take. Nice breaststroke leg from Sam Oakham in 3, the freshman from Indian Hill. He's making inroads on Brees, but Brees is still 3 seconds ahead. Brees 38 seconds split. Oakham 36 seconds split, but he's 4 seconds behind. Brees has got a shot at state at this rate. If he can roll a 27-28, he's going to be right around a 2:01. And a 2:02 has always made state. 2:01.49. He is in the contention for state with that time. That's a very strong time. Sam Oakham, 2:08.59. Very good swim from him. Won't make state, but that's a very strong swim. We've got 2 more heats.
In this next heat, the 3rd heat, swimming in lane 1 from Wyoming, Nick Denson. In lane 2 from Carroll, Connor Blatt. In lane 3, Liam Halpin from Oakwood. In lane 4 from Tip City, Tippecanoe, Evan Stapp. In lane 5, Dutch Kip from Oakwood. In lane 6, Seth Siebert from Shawnee. In lane 7 from Bellbrook, Cole Huggard. And rounding out the heat again from Tip City, Tippecanoe, Ryan Wall. And again, remember, that was a 2:03.41 last year. But like Mike said, it's probably going to be a 2:02 with these times.
And Seth Siebert came 17th at state last year. Dutch Kip came 11th at state last year. They're the ones to watch. Evan Stapp came 14th at districts last year. And remember, Drew Brees has already thrown down a 2:01.4. So good race here. Towards the end of the backstroke leg, and you're pretty much even across 4 or 5 lanes. Dutch Kip with a very slight advantage over Seth Siebert. They're on to breaststroke. Siebert's a good breaststroker. Dutch Kip is a sophomore from Oakwood. Siebert is a senior from Shawnee. And out in lane 3, Liam Halpin from Oakwood, another sophomore. Kip with a 34-second split, out-split Siebert, impressive. The 2 sophomores from Oakwood, 1 and 2 at the moment. We've already seen a 2:01. 2:01 will surely make state this year. Dutch Kip ahead of his teammate Liam Halpin. And he's going to come home with a 1:56. That's a very good time. 1:57 for Liam Halpin, 1:59 for Stapp, 1:59 for Siebert. All of them under 2 minutes. 5th place, 2:02. That's going to be an on-the-bubble time from Connor Blatt in 5th place in that heat.
And
we haven't even
still
got
have
to the top
one
heat.
final heat to go, exactly. Southwest Ohio is definitely a fast swimming community. In our final heat, in lane 1, Nicholas Purple from Seven Hills, a freshman. In lane 2, his teammate and another freshman, Tinder Sear. In lane 3, another Seven Hills swimmer, sophomore, Tim Hagemeister. Top seed in this event from Marymount, senior Mac Lewis. In lane 4, sophomore from Xenia Christian, Eric Knowles. In lane 6, Dominic Harry, a sophomore from Carroll. In lane 7, Christopher Rudder, junior from Wyoming. And in lane 8, John Sampson, a freshman from Bellbrook.
The meet records a 1:50.20 set last year by Jonathan Rudder. His younger brother is in this heat. And he went on to win state with a 1:49. We've seen some big time drops here. We've just seen a 1:56.9 from Dutch Kip, which would have put him 2nd seed in this heat. So this is going to be a very fast heat. Again, I think you're going to have to go a 2:02 or a 2:01 to make state.
Yeah. Unless you're an automatic qualifier.
Well, I think the automatic qualifiers are going to be going a lot faster. So on the butterfly leg, we've got a very nice showing across the pool. In lane 5, Eric Knowles will touch first, 40.24. Goes out to 24, that's fast. Everyone else 25 or 26. Pretty much everyone else running a 25. On to backstroke. And at the moment, Eric Knowles has got the front running, probably out in 8. John Sampson is holding for 2nd. They turn 52.53. Now let's see what the breaststrokers can do. 52 split going out for Eric Knowles is very fast. Eric Knowles has got a body length and a half on the field. John Sampson's looking good. Knowles, 125 with a 32. He could go 151 here. 152 maybe. Very good race for second place here. Knowles has got this. No question who's coming first. A lot of questions about who's coming second.
And
Knowles,
third.
152, 151.99. Great time. Second place, Mac Lewis, 55. Third place, Tim Hagemeister, 55. Fourth place, John Sampson, 56.
And now we're going to be handing this off over in a moment to the awards ceremony.
56 for Dominic. Christopher Rutter takes 6th. You've got a bunch of kids. All of those times
well
should
under
make state.
the qualifying time from last year. Now we're going to be going back over to the medal ceremony. And after that, we'll return with the freestyle, the 50 freestyle.
Here they are, your top 8 finishers in the 200 IM. A very fast 200 IM. We had 14 swimmers under last year's last at-large qualifying time of 2:03.41. Top 14 swimmers under last year's last at-large qualifying time. Our awards tonight in the 200 IM will be presented by the coach from Dayton Carroll, Michelle Devitt. Finishing in 8th place, he's a sophomore from Dayton Oakwood, Liam Halpin. Our 7th place finisher is a junior from Wyoming, Christopher Rutter. Our 6th place finisher is a sophomore from Dayton Oakwood, Dutch Kip. Finishing in 5th place is a sophomore from Dayton Carroll, Dominic Harry. Finishing in 4th place, a freshman from Bellbrook, John Sampson. Finishing in 3rd place, a sophomore from Seven Hills, Tim Hagemeister. Finishing in 2nd place and earning an automatic qualifying spot for Canton next week, a senior from Marymount, Mac Lewis. And our 2015 Southwest District champion with a time of 1:51.99, a sophomore from Xenia Christian, Eric Knowles. Ladies and gentlemen, there you are, your top 8 finishers. Congratulations, men.
And we're going to be continuing now into the 50 freestyle event. That's always a great swimming spectator event. Every little detail in their race has to be perfect from the start to the finish.
And our top seed in this event is Elias Bell, who came 6th in this event last year, 14th at state. And our 3rd seed is Sam Vester, who's actually the record holder for the 50 free for this district. And so this could be a very interesting event.
We're ready for our next event, the 50-yard freestyle.
All right, in lane 1, we've got Jaden
Heat
Sims. In lane 2, George Crowley. In lane 3, John Paul Pancioli. In lane 4, Ryan Kugel. In lane 5, Thomas Katai. Lane 6, Nick Werner. Lane 7, Andrew Dirge. And in lane 8, Charlie Sachs.
And to give you some idea,
swimming in lane 1, Jaden Sims. Lane 2, George Crowley. Lane 3,
a 23 has never made state in the last 5 years. It's been 22s. 22 low is probably going to be what it will take this year. Good swim out in lane 7. Andrew Dirge from Wyoming. Dirge coming in with a strong time. Charlie Sachs with a 22.94 takes first. That would have made state some years. Second, George Crowley.
All right, in heat 2, in lane 1, we've got Michael Nye. In lane 2, Ignatius Brossert. In lane 3, Taylor Meyer. Lane 4, Sam Condren. Lane 5, Braden Kane. In lane 6, Alex Sears. Lane 7, Clint Morgan. And rounding out this heat, in lane 8, Nick Thies. Our alternates in this event, we actually had 3. There was a tie for second alternate. So our first alternate was Alex McGonigal, and our tied second alternates were Noah Lovelady and Matt Oakman.
Nice swim out in lane 4 from Sam Condren. Condren's going to take this with a 23.15. Had a 22.99 in the previous heat from Charlie Sachs.
And again, last year it was a 22.38 to make it to state. All right, in heat 3, lane 1, Drew Suffaletta. Lane 2, Colin Weidkin. Lane 3, Matthew Clayton. Lane 4, Alex Rogers. Lane 5, Austin Carey. Lane 6, Connor Williams. Lane 7, Douglas Klang. And rounding out this heat in lane 8, Hayden Seeger.
And again, you really need to be going 22 low to have any shot at state this year. And we've got a breakout swim in lane 4. Alex Rogers. Rogers looking really good here. He's got a state qualifying time, 21.69. He's going to state.
He's a freshman.
Austin Carey, 23.09, takes second. Again, a 23's never made it to state in the last 5 years. A 21's always made it to state.
In our fourth heat, the top qualifiers in this event from sectionals last week. In lane 1, Samuel Lavea. In lane 2, Andrew Stewart. In lane 3, Sam Vester. Lane 4, the top qualifier in this event with a time of 21.97, Elias J. Bell. In lane 5, Mason McCargish. In lane 6, Skylar Tavener. In lane 7, Alexander Meyer. And rounding out this heat, in lane 8, Jack Van Steenkist.
Vesta came 4th in districts last year. Elias Bell came 6th. Vesta went on to win the 100 later that day.
Swimming in lane 6.
Again, if you want to be sure of going to state, it'd be a very good idea to swim a 21.
Yeah.
A 22 low might make it.
And this is just such an incredible race. Just every little detail, every movement, every stroke, from start to finish has to be exactly perfect.
Lanes 3, 4, and 5, probably the lanes to watch. Vesta in 3, Bell in 4, McCargish in 5. Really close.
Right now, our top time
Vesta's
is at
looking good.
21.69.
Oh, this is going to be close. It's going to be on the touch. Vesta got it, 21.37. Just misses the district record by 2/100ths of a second.
And our top 4 finishers all are under 22.
100th of a second in it. Elias J. Bell second with a 21.38. And probably the top 5 in contention for going to state. Very good swim there.
And Alex Rogers got himself on the podium with that swim in the last heat.
And he did.
21.69.
And a 21.37, 21.38. That's close. We're going to sign off as we go to the award ceremony.
That 50 free is so much fun to watch.
And that was close. 100.
There they are, your top 8 finishers in the 50 freestyle. Our awards this afternoon in the 50 free will be presented by the head coach from Indian Hill, Miss Emily Hardy. Finishing in 8th place, he's a freshman from Troy Christian, Samuel Lavelle. Finishing in 7th place is a senior from Clarksville, Clinton, Massey, Andrew Stewart. Our 6th place finisher is a senior from Cincinnati Country Day, Alexander Meyer. Finishing in 5th place is a sophomore from Lewistown, Indian Lake, Skylar Tavener. Finishing in 4th place is a freshman from Archbishop Alter, Alex Rogers. Our 3rd place finisher is a junior from Eaton, Mason McCargish. Our district runner-up earns an automatic trip to Canton next week. He's a junior from Tip City, Tippecanoe, Elias Bell. And our 2015 Southwest District Champion with a time of 21.37, a senior from Indian Hill, Sam Vester. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, your top 8 finishers in the 50 freestyle. Congratulations, men.
And now we're back with we'll be proceeding with the 100-yard butterfly event.
And this is pretty competitive in the 100 fly. What it took to go to state over the last few years, the slowest was a 55.4 and the fastest was a 53.8. And a very fast district record. That's a 48.75 set by Josh Quallen back in 2013. Mitchell Stover.
We're ready for our next event, the 100-yard butterfly. There are 4 heats. Heat 1.
In our first heat of the 4 heats for the 100 butterfly in lane 1 from Wilmington, Harrison Law. In lane 2, his teammate Taylor Hodge. In lane 3, Michael Curlis from Carroll. In lane 4, Philip Hawthorne from Chaminade-Julienne. In lane 5, Mac Nelson from Marymount. In lane 6, Adam Bynack from Tip City, Tippecanoe. In lane 7, Quincy Baltus from Versailles. And rounding it out in lane 8 from Bellefountain, senior Josh Robbins. The 2 alternates in this event were Jay Madden from Talawanda and from Troy Christian, Josiah Biller.
And Quincy Bolts takes out the opening 50 with a 27 low. See if he can hold on for the win. He's being challenged in lane 4 by Philip Hawthorne.
And the qualifying time last year in this event was a 54.16.
59.66 for Philip Hawthorne, second to Adam Bynack.
In our second heat of the butterfly, we have Holden Jarrell in lane 1, a freshman from Wyoming. In lane 2, another freshman from Eaton, Josh Poole. In lane 3, from Baden, a junior, Jack Van Steenkist. In lane 4, a sophomore from Fenwick, Will Nenny. In lane 5, Josie Badel from Greenville, a junior. In lane 6, Matthew Richard from Chaminade-Julienne, a senior. In lane 7, Parker Gilmore, a sophomore from Marymount. And in lane 8, a sophomore from Troy Christian, Matthew Mobius.
And these boys trying to break a minute. Some of them may be capable of getting down to a 56. At the moment, a nice race here in lanes 4 and 5 between Will Minnie and Jose Bartle. Turning for home. Those two boys running almost even, well ahead of the field. Matthew Mobius holding 3rd place out in lane 8. And it looks like Jose Bartle in lane 5 will take it with a 56.07.
Nice drop there.
Nice time.
Yep. Again, that qualifying time, though, from last year to make it to state was a 54.16.
Probably, if you want to be confident of making state, going a 53 high would be safer because things just keep getting faster.
All right, our 3rd heat of 100 butterfly in lane 1, sophomore from Oakwood, Connor Hart. In lane 2, a junior from Valley View, Joe North. In lane 3, a freshman from McNicholas, Nick Rosenbaum. In lane 4, Max Chow, a senior from Wyoming. In lane 5, Jason Guo, a sophomore from Seven Hills. In lane 6, senior from Wyoming, Ian Nyberg. In lane 7, Nick Fannin, a freshman from Urbana. And in lane 8, Kyle Gould, a sophomore from Indian Hill. Again, that qualifying time is a 54.16.
And the guy to watch is Max Chow. He actually came 5th in this meet last year, came 10th at state. He's flying hurt. He's been sick for a while, and he's trying to see if he can qualify for state. He closes well. He's being chased by his teammate Ian Nyberg out in lane 6. Chow in 4. Good time here. 51.71. He's lost 5 pounds of muscle in the last 3 weeks, and he still threw down a 51.
And a 53.73 for Ian Nyberg, both well under that qualifying time from last year.
3rd, Jason Guo. He'll be right on the bubble. 55 may not make it to state. Chow will make it to state.
And Ian Nyberg
has a very good shot. And we still got a heat to go. Chow's time would have seeded him 2nd. Chow's time would have seeded him 1st, actually.
In our final heat of the 100 butterfly in lane 1, Catholic Central senior Matt Pettit. In lane 2, Liam Halpin, a sophomore from Oakwood. Lane 3, Adam Mandrell, a sophomore from Talawanda. And the top qualifier in this event with a 51.97, Seven Hills junior Matthew Marquardt. In lane 5, Cody Bybee, a freshman from Bellbrook. In lane 6, Isaiah Brady, a junior from Bellefountain. In lane 7, a junior from Madeira, Alex Fortman. And in lane 8, Chet Dobson, a freshman from Madeira.
Again, a 53 high will probably get you to state. That's the sort of time you're looking for.
And right now we have that from Chow and Nyberg.
And Matthew Marquette will have been very aware of the time that Max Chow just put down. These are timed finals, so Chow at the moment has a chance of being an automatic qualifier, depending on what this field can do.
Yep, with that time, he sure does.
Bybee in 5, outstanding swim earlier in the day. Marquette looked amazing in the relay. Matt Pettit out very fast in lane 1. Marquette, long way underwater, comes out first. Marquette in 4, turns in a 23. He's followed by Alex Fortman in 7. Now it's getting interesting. Marquette's holding on. Bybee's chasing him. Bybee, the freshman from Bellbrook, did an amazing 2-3. Here he comes, Bybee. Bybee, 50.61, out-touches Marquette, 50.96. 3rd place, Liam Halpin, who's slower than Max Chow, so will come in 4th, but 3rd in that heat with a 51.98. And what we're going to put up now are the final times. So that 8th place is a 53.14. So again, we're going to have a lot of people going to state from this district in this event.
Absolutely.
Great.
All right, here's the replay of that finish. Right at the wall, it's the freshman. He has a very, very bright swimming career ahead of him.
Give me 5 minutes and we're up.
We had another fast event here. We had 10 swimmers under last year's last at-large qualifying time in the 100 butterfly. Our awards this afternoon in the 100 fly will be presented by the coach from Oxford Talawanda, Steve Pasquale. Our 8th place finisher is a sophomore from Oxford Talawanda, Adam Mandrell. Finishing in 7th place is a junior from Bellefontaine, Isaiah Brady. Our 6th place finisher is a senior from Springfield Catholic Central, Matt Pettit. Finishing 5th is a junior from Madeira, Alex Fortman. Finishing 4th, the sophomore from Dayton Oakwood is Leon Halpin. Our 3rd place finisher is a senior from Wyoming, Max Chow.
Yeah, Max. Woo!
Our district runner-up earns an automatic trip to Canton next week. He's a junior from Seven Hills, Matthew Marquardt.
Who's going to get second, man?
And our 2015 Southwest District champion with a time of 50.61. He's a freshman from Bellbrook, Cody Bybee. Ladies and gentlemen, there they are, your top 8 finishers in the 100 butterfly. Congratulations, men.
Okay, we have with us Eric Knowles from the 2IM. Eric, he is a sophomore from Xenia Christian. That was an incredibly impressive swim, Eric. Tell us a little bit about your strategy and how you felt during and after that race.
Well, this week I was coming off of a sickness, so I was pretty tired going into the race, and I just decided that I would pace, and if I felt good, I'd just swim my heart out, and I just want to give the glory to God of this race.
And that's great. And then next week at state, do you think you have a whole lot left in your tank?
Yeah. I'm going to do a full taper next week, and I'll shave, so I should be ready to go.
Excellent. So this was not your shave and taper meet.
No.
Extremely impressive swim. What else are you swimming today?
I'm doing the 500 free. How
do you feel about that race?
It's going to be a little bit harder coming off of the sickness because it requires a lot more endurance, but I'll just see what I do by the grace of God.
Well, you really closed that out well. So you did have something in the tank on this. I think you came back in a 26 or something. And so you, I think, are in, you disassembled the field in the 2IM. And I think even, I don't think breaststroke is your strongest stroke, and you still put down a 33? Something like
32,
that.
32, I think.
32?
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't slow. So, you look like you should be in very good shape heading into state.
And you're just a sophomore, so you've got a long, very, very illustrious career ahead of you.
I'm excited.
Do you think you're going to swim in college?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Awesome.
Have you got a goal in mind for what you'd like to do in the 500 free today?
I don't know. I'll just try to go under 440. My best time is 434, but I'll see.
Got it. That sounds like that will certainly get you to state if you can do that. Usually around a 44, I think, or 48 gets you there, actually. In fact, in the 500, I'm quite wrong with that. It's even slower than that. You should have a very good shot because a 457 got there a couple of years ago. Last year, it was weird. It was a 505.
Wow.
Don't go that slow.
Yeah.
And how long have you been swimming? When did you start?
I started Summer League when I was 6 years old, and then I tried Y League for a year when I was 8, and then I switched to the club team.
Awesome.
USA Swimming.
So it's been in your blood for a very long time.
Yeah, I love
That's
it.
awesome. Congratulations. Wonderful accomplishments,
Thank you so
especially
much.
so early in your career.
Thank you.
It'll be great to watch you.
We'll look forward to you swimming at state. Congratulations.
Thank
Well
you.
done, Eric.
Thank you.
We're ready to resume the meet. Our next event is 100 freestyle. There are 4 heats. This will be
And
heat
so
1.
we're looking at the 100 freestyle, resuming the meet.
And last year, it took a 48.74 to qualify to make it to state.
And this year, same as with the 50 free. Elias Bell seeded first, Sam Vesta seeded third. Sam Vesta won this with a meet record last year with a 46.88.
In the water right now, we have heat 1 in lane 1 from Finneytown, Matt Oakman. In lane 2 from Cincinnati Country Day, George Crowley. In lane 3, Nick Werner from Roger Bacon. Lane 4, Douglas Klang from Kenton Ridge. In lane 5, Drew Suffaletta from Roger Bacon. In lane 6, from Carroll, Ignatius Brossert. In lane 7, Ryan Wood from Oakwood. And in lane 8, Charlie Sachs from Cincinnati Country Day. Our alternates in this event after sectionals last week were Michael Lewis from Alter and Jaden Sims from Benjamin Logan.
Charlie Sachs going out fast. He's going to put up a good time here out in lane 8 with a 51.15.
That time last year was a 48.74.
The slowest in the heat was Matt Oakman, but you have to understand he started swimming 2 years ago. Amazing he's made districts. Great time for him, 53.62. Personal best, great swim.
All right, in heat 2,
And
we have in lane 1, Austin Carey. In lane 2, Griffin Braun. In lane 3, Rami Wadi. In lane 4, Simon Dadowski. In lane 5, Alex Rogers. Lane 6, Hayden Seeger. Lane 7, Matthew Clayton. And in lane 8, Connor Williams.
And we're actually going to take a little bit of time to interview Cody Bybee. That was a remarkable pair of swims. You almost took down Higgins in the 200 free. You were closing that fast.
How did you feel about that race? And is this your shave and taper meet?
Yeah, I am shaving tapered for this instead of state. I'm still going to taper for state, I think. But yeah, I'm going best times here, so I'm really proud of how I'm doing.
I mean, a 139 as a freshman is not shabby. That was impressive.
Thank you.
And so, you know, the
Alex Rogers, a 49 flat.
You know, 138's the
second
state
heat.
record. So throwing down a 139 as a freshman at districts, well done. And that fly was quite impressive. Your
you.
back half, particularly your closing 25, you were moving.
That last 25, I tried not to breathe. I just threw my head down and knew I had to come back to out-touch him, so.
And a 50.61 fast. That's got to be a personal best.
It is.
And so, which relays are you on?
I am on the next 2 freestyle relays.
That makes sense.
So.
Well, congratulations. That was a pair of exceptional swims. Going to really look forward to seeing you at state.
Thank you.
Do you think you can drop any more time at state? It's a slow pull.
It's not as fast, but hopefully the energy that I'll have there, I can just see what I can do.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
on
you.
heat 3 for the 100 free, in lane 1, Aman Nakai. In lane 2, Phil Brocker. Lane 3, Andrew Stewart. In lane 4, Sean Gray. Lane 5, Adam Mandrell. Lane 6, Paul Gregory. Lane 7, Samuel LeVay. And in lane 8, Drew Poole.
And look at Sean Gray. He's putting up a time here. Very nice time for Sean Gray. 58.21.
48.21.
48.21, sorry. And that's his only individual event. Very good time. He
Well
made
under
state
the state.
last year and came 18th at state. And this is well under the time that should get him to state. 48.74 last year was the fastest it's ever been. And that got state. So very nice swim there from Sean Gray.
Now our final heat in the 100 freestyle. In lane 1, a freshman from Summit Country Day, Garrison Herfel. In lane 2, sophomore from Wyoming, Carson Burt. Lane 3, Sam Vester, a senior from Indian Hill. Lane 4, the top qualifier coming in today's session from Tip City Tippecanoe with a time of 48.04, junior Elias Bell. In lane 5, a senior from Madeira, Jack Mankowski. Lane 6, Justin Crew, a senior from Shawnee. In lane 7, Josh Rocheleau, a sophomore from Monroe. And in lane 8, Pierce Kaiser, we talked to him earlier, a senior from Seven Hills.
And last year, Sam Vester, who's in lane 3, won this event with a meet record 46.88. The state record's a 45. Piers Kaiser came second. He's out in lane 8 today. He actually ended up coming 5th at state, just behind Sam Vester, who was 4th. Carson Burt came 5th last year and 12th at state. And Elias Bell came 6th in this event last year, 17th at state. This is going to be a very good race. There is a very good chance the meet record is going to be broken today. 46.88. And the swimmers to look for: Sam Vester, Elias Bell, Jack Mankowski. All of those boys with a shot. Even Carson Burt could run a 46 here. This could be a very, very fast heat. You're going to have to run a 46 to have any chance of winning this event. Lovely dive from Sam Vester. Very good start from him. Vester in 3. He's the record holder, and he's going out. He's already won the 50 free. Vester turns in a 21.92. Justin Crew holding second. Impressive. Sam Vester, half a body length ahead of the field final turn. Vester heading for home. It's a race for second place. Vester's got a body length. Piers Kaiser's moving in lane 8. Vester's going to run a 45 here.
Bunch of
45.86.
Wow.
New meet record. Breaks his own meet record by 1 second. Second place, Piers Kaiser, 47.0. Third place, Justin Crew, 47.1. Fourth place, Carson Burt, 47.2. And everyone in that heat well under last year's state qualifying time by over half a second, and last year was the fastest it's ever been for state. Very impressive swim from Sam Vester.
For second place.
Second place could have gone to anyone.
Absolutely
really
anyone.
Impressive. Sam Vester, though, body length ahead of the field, one-man race, huge contention for second place.
5:47s in that
And
finish.
He's only half a second off the state record with that swim. That was won by Trevor Lake, who's also coming back this year. Vester and Lake, both seniors. They're going to have a great state meet.
Another good 100 freestyle here. We had 11 swimmers. 11 swimmers were under last year's last at-large qualifying time of 48.74. Well done, men. And here they are now. These are going to be our top 8 finishers in the 100 freestyle. Our awards this afternoon in the 100 free will be presented by Chip Dobson from Madeira. Our 8th place finisher is a freshman from Summit Country Day, Garrison Herfel. Finishing in 7th place, a senior from Seven Hills, Sean Gray. Our 6th place finisher is a junior from Tip City, Tippecanoe, Elias Bell. Finishing in 5th place, a senior from Madeira, Jack Mankowski. Our 4th place finisher is a sophomore from Wyoming, Carson Burt. Our 3rd place finisher is a senior from Shawnee, Justin Crew. finishing second for the second year in a row and earning an automatic qualifying spot for Canton next week. He's a senior from Seven Hills, Pierce Kaiser. And our 2015 district champion for the second year in a row in a new meet record time of 45.86, breaking his own meet record, a senior from Indian Hill, Sam Vester. Ladies and gentlemen, those are your top 8 finishers in the 100 freestyle. Congratulations, men.
All right, we're getting ready to go back to the meet. The next event coming up is the boys 500-yard freestyle. Longer distance event, different race strategy. Again, 4 heats. Getting ready for heat 1 right now.
And the times it takes in this event, it's varied quite a lot over the years.
We're ready for our
gone
next
from as
event,
fast
which
as
is the
a
500
550
freestyle. There are
sorry,
4 heats. This will
457
be heat 1.
to as slow as a 508. Last year it was a 505. This year, I think you're going to need to run about a 457, 456 if you want to get a state.
Yep. More
Things
like
are
2013 times.
I think so.
Swimming in
lane
heat,
1
in
from
lane
Fenwick
1
is
of
Paul
our
Bellier.
first heat of
Lane
this
2
event
from
is
Alter.
Paul Bellier from Fenwick, a junior. In lane 2, Peyton Kusavar from Alter, a junior. In lane 3, Seth Jessen, a junior from St. Bernard Elmwood Place. In lane 4, Nick Saba, a sophomore from Indian Hill. In lane 5, Jake Pearson, a freshman from Indian Hill. In lane 6, Tyler Quant, a junior from Madeira. In lane 7, Scott Kinross, a freshman from Summit Country Day. And in lane 8, from Oakwood, a sophomore, Danny Johnson. And the alternates in this event, after sectionals last week, were freshmen from Chaminade-Julienne, Matthew Keaty, and Cameron Trinan, a sophomore from Baden.
And they're turning at the opening 100 out in a 101 for Nick Saba. 101.22. Tyler Conte in lane 6 turns in a 102, as does Peyton Kosovar and Seth Jensen. These boys have come in around about the 6-minute mark, and they're going to be looking to drop some time. And so they're not in this heat running state level times. You're looking for splits around about 30 seconds. And typically in the 500 free, if you don't worry about the opening 100, because with the dive, you get quite an advantage in the opening 100. You then want to be splitting 30.0 pretty much for every other 50 from there on in, if you're wanting to make it to state. At the moment, we're splitting 34s, which in the 4th heat is quite understandable. And at the moment, Saba still holding on to the lead with a 2:11.35 split. Out at the 200 in a 2:11. He's on pace to run around about a 5:50 at the moment.
It's a pretty nice underwater shot of the swimmers. It's a nice feature to have.
Halfway mark. 2:46.19 for Nick Saba. He's been followed by Jake Pearson, who's starting to haul him in. Went faster on the last split. Still 3 seconds behind, though. Nice long stroke. Turns at the 300 in a 3:21. Another 35-second split for Saba. And again, Pearson splitting 34s, starting to catch up. He's got a way to go. Jake Pearson in lane 5, his teammate. Both of the boys from Indian Hill. Pearson, a freshman, Saba, a sophomore. Jake Pearson is starting to haul in his teammate Nick Saba, turning at the 350, 357, 359, splitting a second faster per 50 at the moment. And Nick Saba, I think, has seen his teammate Jake Pearson in lane 5 and is trying to kick it in. They've got to the 400 mark. 432, 433, and they both sped up. They're racing each other now. They've got 150 to go and 75 to go.
And you can see in that underwater shot just how important the turns are.
Coming in for the bell. Pearson's really kicking it in. Bell lap. Pearson turns first. 33 split. Very nicely done. Saba's racing him. The two boys are going to drop a lot of time. It's a very strong back half for them. And Pearson's starting to wind it up. Saba's chasing. But Pearson's going to hold on. He's got half a body length on his teammate. This is good. He came in with a 550 and he closes with a 538. Just out touching his teammate Nick Saba with a 539. Both of those boys dropped over 10 seconds. Very good race for them. Third place to Peyton Kosovar. In the next heat, the swimmer to watch, I think, will be in lane 8, Carson Zimmer. Last year, he dropped a lot of time in this event.
All right, in lane 1 of heat 2, Drew Puckett, sophomore from Clinton Massey. In lane 2, Will Nenny, a sophomore from Fenwick. Lane 3, another sophomore from Marymount, Parker Gilmore. Lane 4, Joe North, a junior from Valley View. Lane 5, Noah Rushalou, a freshman from Monroe. Lane 6, Patrick McComb, sophomore from Bellbrook. Lane 7, a freshman from Fairlawn, Colin McLean. And in lane 8, from Alter, senior Carson Zimmer.
And they're opening with Joe North running a 26.9. Zimmer 27.6. Parker Gilmore 27.5. They'll be going out in the opening 100 around about a 57-58, I would imagine. Zimmer starting to turn it on. This is what he did a year ago. And at the 100 mark, Zimmer takes the lead with a 57.7 and a 30.0 split. If he could keep holding 30-second splits, he could make state. Very hard to do in this event. Zimmer looking very good here. What's this split going to be for him? 31.4. 31.7 for Joe North. If Zimmer can keep holding 30.1, 30.2 splits, he's got a chance of a state qualifying time. That split was a 31-4. And it looks like he's still rolling round about 31-second splits. Zimmer at the 200 and a 2:01 with a 32-second split. North slightly faster. Gilmore also a 32-1 split. Zimmer's going to be swimming at John Carroll University in the fall. And Joe North has moved back into the lead with a 32.08 to turn in a 2:33 at the halfway mark, just ahead of Zimmer.
Yeah, if we can find him.
Yeah. So Joe North starting to move into the lead at the moment. They're coming up to the 350 mark. 3:38, 3:39, turning 32-second splits at the 350. We're looking at, I would imagine, around about a 5:10, 5:12 for the 500. Last year it took a 5:05 to make state, the year before a 4:57. Looking at the way the districts are lined up this year, I think you should be planning on going a 4:57 if you want a decent shot at making state. There's always a little bit of a delay till we actually find out who the state qualifiers are. We always know the top 8 automatic qualifiers today, the top 2 in each district, and all 4 districts swim today. Unfortunately, some of the districts just don't have quite the same electronic technology we have. So in this district, we'll know all the qualifiers, all the times on Meet Mobile pretty much within 2 minutes of the event. But some of the other districts, it may take a day and a half. And so last year it wasn't until Saturday afternoon we actually knew who was going to state. And so Joe North coming home now. He's being chased by Noah Rochelo, who's got a very good closing back half. North comes in with a 5:10.62. Closed hard, 28. Rochelo takes second, Zimmer takes third. 5:10, 5:12, 5:14.
These are all good time drops for those boys.
Particularly Carson Zimmer dropping 34 seconds. It'll be in the next heat that we're going to see some boys who've got a real shot at state.
Yep.
So we're about to move into heat 3.
And now we've got heat 3 going in the water for the 500 freestyle. In lane 1, Matthew Maring, freshman from Seven Hills. In lane 2, Ben Wright from Bethel, a junior. In lane 3, Max Ihausen, a freshman from Indian Hill. In lane 4, a junior from Cincinnati Country Day, Malcolm Depke. In lane 5, Jack Dowling, a senior at Indian Hill. In lane 6, sophomore from Seven Hills, Henry Marquardt. In lane 7, Aubrey Morris, a freshman from Tri-Village. And in lane 8, Brian Rexroth, sophomore from Kenton Ridge.
I think to make state this year, you need to be going out in around about a 56 for the opening 100 and then holding 30.0 for every subsequent 50 if you want to be sure of making state. So let's see what the 100 splits are. 54, 55, 55, 55. And so we've got quite a few kids who are on pace for state qualifying times in this heat. And our district really loaded up at state last year, even though it was a particularly slow state qualifying time in this event. 5:05 last year was abnormally slow. I think you really have to be looking at running something in the order of a 4:57 if you want to be sure of making state. It varies a lot each year in this event. And again, the splits we're looking for, you want to be splitting around about a 30. And we've got three boys who are clearly splitting 29s here. There goes the first of them, Henry Marquette, 29.0. Malcolm Dobke, 29.1. Max Elhausen, 30.1. He's on pace. Everyone else is going to have to start stepping up the pace. Ben Wright, 31.6. And Brian Rexroth, 31.9. Halfway mark. 2:23 for Henry Marquette. 29.2 split. Good split for Dobke as well. 2:23. 2:24 for Elhausen. Those are the boys who are on pace for national cuts. Dowling as well. Dowling splitting sub 30 on that 50. Coming into the 300 now. And we're starting to get a bit of a race here. Dobke and Marquette, both 2:52s. Dobke to a 29.0 split. Both of those boys are on pace for making state. There's about 4 swimmers in this heat who've got a shot. Max Elhausen's got a chance. Jack Dowling's got a chance, but they're going to have to speed it up a little bit. Dobke out in front. 29.2 split for a 3:22.2. Marquette chasing. 3:22.6. 29 split. Those boys are running state qualifying times, and the 2 boys behind them are on the bubble. Max Elhausen in 3, Jack Dowling in 5. So you've got 2 boys neck and neck for first and second, 2 boys neck and neck for third and fourth. First and second clearly running state level times. Third and fourth need to kick it in, and they're trying to do that. Dowling down to a 29.8. Elhausen 30.4. They're going to be close to state qualifying times. Coming in for the bell. Bell, Dobke turns first. 4:20, 29.1 split. Marquette second. And Jack Dowling is really moving now. He put down a 28-second split. He may make state if he can hold that pace. Dobke's going to win it. He's coming in for the wall. Dobke, 4:49. He's definitely in at state. Marquette, 4:49. He's in at state. Dowling, 4:52. He'll make state. Elhausen, 4:56. It's going to depend how the other districts do, but that's a good time. It would have made state in all of the last 5 years. It is not a guarantee this year. Elhausen, 4:56. That would have made state in any of the last 5 years. Will it make it this year? We'll find out. Running into the final heat. And this could be a very fast heat.
this will be the best and fastest heat at our session. Heat 4, 500 freestyle. In Heat 1, Tygar Sear, junior from Seven Hills. In lane 2, Eric Knowles, sophomore from Xenia Christian. We talked to him a little bit earlier. In lane 3, Dominic Harry, a sophomore from Carroll. In lane 4, Jackson Higgins. He's the top seed in this event with a time of 4:43.74 and a senior at Oakwood. In lane 5, from Seven Hills, a sophomore, Tim Hagemeister. In lane 6, Mac Lewis, senior from Marymount. In lane 7, Nathan Mitchell, sophomore from Miami Valley. And in lane 8, Stephen Barrett. He's a senior from Wyoming.
And this is a very loaded district in this event. Your top seed, Jackson Higgins, second in this meet last year, second at state. Your fourth seed, Mac Lewis, third in this meet last year, third at state. Your eighth seed, Stephen Barrett, fourth in this meet last year, eighth at state. Your sixth seed, Nathan Mitchell, 11th in this meet last year, 19th at state. Dominic Harry came 8th in this event last year. And Jackson Higgins has been looking incredibly strong in this meet. He's going to try and see what he can do to approach the meet record, which is an extremely fast 4:25. State record 4:24, both of those set last year out of this district. Jackson Higgins, Tim Hagemeister, 24.5, 24.8. They're going out fast. Stephen Barrett's looking good out in lane 8. Barrett last year dropped 20 seconds in this event. We're looking for opening 100 times around the 51 mark. 51.35, 51.78. Higgins just ahead of Hagemeister. Dominic Harry's running third at the moment. Stephen Barrett running fourth. Very good race developing here between Higgins and Hagemeister. 118, 119, and Dominic Harry 120. Barrett 121, 27 splits, 28.3 for Barrett. The top three running 27-second splits. This is going to be a very fast heat. We're looking 4:30s here, 4:30 low at this pace. And Hagemeister's starting to turn it up. What are these splits going to be? 27.5, 27.7. Higgins just ahead of Hagemeister, followed by Dominic Harry, followed by Stephen Barrett. Going through at the 200 mark in a 1:46 is really pretty impressive. That's a state qualifying time on the 200. Halfway mark, 2:13.99 for Jackson Higgins, 27.5 on the split. And Harry 28.2, Hagemeister 27.9, Barrett 28.2. And Higgins is starting to turn it on. This will be a good split. He's decided he's had enough. We're going neck and neck with Hagemeister. 26, a full second faster on that 50 than Tim Hagemeister. Dominic Harry also 27.9, Barrett 28.2. And Higgins is starting to turn it up. Higgins 3:08. 27.4. 28th for Dominic Harry and Tim Hagemeister. Dominic Harry is starting to make inroads on Hagemeister. Barrett, incredibly consistent, steadily holding at a 28.2. Just like a metronome. That's the best way of swimming this event.
Yes, it is. Very much. That's exactly the analogy.
Higgins, another 27.7. He is going to put down a 4:30 low, 4:20 20th high. Very fast. Turns at the bell. He's got 50 to go. 4:03 on a 26.9. We're looking at a 4:30 flat, 4:29 time here. Second is going to be a close race between Dominic Harry and Tim Hagemeister. Barrett will easily hold the fourth. Eric Knowles is putting up a good showing out in 2. But Higgins with a 4:29.45.
Wow.
Very impressive swim for Higgins. Second place, Tim Hagemeister, 35. Dominic Harry, 37. Eric Knowles, 39. Stephen Barrett, 4:40.42. 43 for Mac Lewis. 48 for Nathan Mitchell. And a Tiger Sear, 4:56. He'll be on the bubble. I think he might make state with that time. The first 7 definitely going to state. We've got about 3 swimmers on the bubble.
Yep.
It depends how the rest of the districts do.
And the variance in that time, that qualifying time over the years is dramatic.
Let's go. Come on, man. I'm your boss. Let's go.
And we're going to head over to the award ceremony shortly. That was a very impressive swim from Jackson Higgins, 4:29.
Oh, parading in now are our top 8 finishers in the 500 freestyle. Our awards this afternoon will be presented by the coach from Dayton Oakwood, Trevor Tilley. Our 8th place finisher is a junior from Cincinnati Country Day, Malcolm Depke. Finishing in 7th place, a sophomore from Miami Valley, Nathan Mitchell. Our 6th place finisher is a senior from Marymount, Mac Lewis. Finishing in 5th place, a senior from Wyoming, Stephen Barrett. Our 4th place finisher is a sophomore from Xenia Christian, Eric Knowles. Our 3rd place finisher is a sophomore from Dayton Carroll, Dominic Harry. Our district runner-up is an automatic qualifier for the state meet next week. He's a sophomore from Seven Hills, Tim Hagemeister. And our 2015 Southwest District champion with a time of 4:29.45. He's a senior from Dayton Oakwood, Jackson Higgins. Ladies and gentlemen, those are your top 8 finishers in the 500 freestyle. Congratulations, men.
Okay, and now we're going to go to the boys 200
Coaches,
freestyle
just a reminder,
relay.
please pick up your coach.
200 freestyle relay.
And in the relays, we've got 3 heats. In the individuals, we've got 4 heats.
In heat 1, swimming in lane 1, Miami Valley. In lane 2, Clark Montessori. Lane 3, Chaminade Julienne. Lane 4, Bellefontaine. Lane 5, Shawnee. Lane 6, Versailles. Lane 7, Wilmington. And in lane 8, Tip City, Tippecanoe. The alternates in this event were Cincinnati Hills Christian and Springfield Catholic Central.
And this has been really consistent over the last 5 years. A 132 is what it took every single year for the last 5 years. If you want to be sure of making it to state, it's a good idea to want a 132 low. We're in heat 1, and at the moment it's Shawnee A and Wilmington. Sorry, actually it's Tippecanoe, who's probably got a slight lead. Very good split from Ben Jans for Tippecanoe. Halfway mark. And now in lane 6, Harrison Detrick for the Sales. He's looking good. 24-4 split. They take over the lead. They're on to the anchors. Out in lane 2, Jason Jared Drapes is looking very strong. He's going to put in a good split for Clark Montessori.
138.43.
split, 138.43 takes it. The Sales will hold second for that heat.
Again, for state, you're looking for a 132.
Quite unlike the 500 free, where the time it's taken to go to state has varied a great deal. This has been the model of consistency. You need a 132.
In heat 2, lane 1, we have Archbishop Alter. Lane 2, Carroll. Lane 3, Kenton Ridge. Lane 4, Roger Bacon. Lane 5, Indian Hill. Lane 6, Talawanda. Lane 7, Dayton Oakwood. And in lane 8, Brookville.
And we've got some teams here who won't be far off state times. Good opening swims in lane 1 and 2 for Alter with Alex Rogers and Dayton Carroll with Trevor Monga. 22s, 22.64 for Monga, 22.92 for Alex Rogers. Michael Lewis for Alter, starting to pull into the lead. Onto their third swimmer, Indian Hill, moving up into second place. That was Jack Dowling throwing it down at 22.99 for Indian Hill. Peyton Kosovo still holding on for Kettering Archbishop Alter in lane 1. Still Alter and Indian Hill very, very close. On to, oh, Sam Vester's in the water. Indian Hills are about to win this quite comfortably. Oh, look at that. He's already 2 body lengths ahead of everyone else. This is going to be a ridiculously fast split. A 21, surely. 20.89. That's closing. 132.06. I think Indian Hill just made state. Indian Hill may be mixing up their relays.
That's the lowest from all of the qualifying times. It's below all the qualifying times for the past 5 years for Indian Hill.
132.06. I think Indian Hill may well make state with that time. Very impressive close at 20.89.
Swimming in the top heat, heat 3 for this 200 freestyle relay event. In lane 1, Cincinnati Country Day. In lane 2, Marymount. Lane 3, Seven Hills. Lane 4, top qualifier in this event with a time of 1:30.95, Wyoming. In lane 5, Madeira. And in lane 6, Eaton. Lane 7, Bellbrook. And in lane 8, Hamilton-Baden.
Last year, Dayton Oakwood broke the record for the district with a 127.51. I don't think we're going to see that today, but we should be seeing teams going under 130. Opening swimmers in the water, very close across the pool. 7 hills in lane 3. Madeira in 5. Very close. 22.07 for 7 hills. 21.97 for Madeira. Eaton with a 21.66. Eaton's really looking good here. Eaton with a 22.5 split.
Wow.
Eaton in 6, Madeira in 5. Madeira starting to move away. I think that's Ryan Stevenson. Madeira, 21.7 split from Ryan Stevenson. Got a second. Eaton's chasing. Jack Mankowski's in the water for Madeira. I don't think he's going to be beaten.
Nope.
This is going to be a very good time for Madeira.
The race is for third.
Mankowski comes in with a 20-second split. 20.97. That's huge. 127.28. They beat the meet record.
And then the next
How did they do
times,
that?
the next 3 times are all 129s, all the way down to 4th place. 129s.
129, 129, 129 are all going to state. And so through 7th place, we've got a 130.9, and all of those will make state.
Definitely.
But Madeira breaking the meet record.
Alex Fortman, Chet Dobson, Ryan Stevenson, and Jack Mankowski earned themselves a new meet record. And there are only 2 seniors on that relay. Got a freshman and a junior.
Very impressive, and yet another record goes down. I did not think that record was going down today. A 127.28 for Madeira.
200 freestyle relay. We had 8 teams under last year's last at-large qualifying time of 132.69. Our awards in the 200 freestyle relay will be presented by the head coach from Wyoming, Mr. Dave Elliott. Finishing in 8th place, the team from Indian Hill. That's Max Ihausen, Jack Dowling, Joe Dowling, and Sam Bester. Finishing in 7th place, the team from Cincinnati Country Day, Alexander Meyer, Taylor Meyer, Charlie Sachs, and George Crowley. Finishing in 6th place is Marymount, Colin Weidekin, Chris Spooner, Hayden Seeger, and Mac Lewis. Finishing in 5th place is the team from Bellbrook, Cody Bybee, Henry Wong, Drew Breeze, and John Sampson. Our 4th place finishers are the Wyoming Cowboys, Philip Rocker, Christopher Rudder, Connor Williams, and Carson Bird. Our third place finishers are Seven Hills, Sean Gray, Tindar Sear, Tiger Sear, and Henry Marquardt. Our district runner-ups, they're going to Canton next week on an automatic spot. The team from Eaton, Mason McCargish, Paul Gregory, Drew Poole, and Andrew Ferguson. In our 2015 district champions, they set a new meet record with a time of 1:27.28. It was Alex Fortman, Chet Dobson, Ryan Stevenson, and Jack Mankowski. They're from Madeira. There they are, ladies and gentlemen, your top 8 finishers in the 200 freestyle relay. Congratulations, men.
All right.
So very impressive to see yet another record go down, particularly in that event. Didn't see that that was really under threat, but a huge time drop from Madeira. Very impressive swims.
And then all those swims under 1:30. It was a great event. Now we're going to move back into the individual events with the 100 backstroke. Again, 4 heats of this event.
And the meet record was set back by Patrick Mulcair when he was a freshman in 2013. He's now a junior out in Oregon. He's the top seeded recruit in the country at the moment that has moved off to Oregon.
All right, in lane 1 for heat 1, we have Tim Luther. In lane 2, Jason Eichner. Lane 3, Joe Shuga. Lane 4, Casey Puckett. Lane 5, Noah Curry. Lane 6, AJ Walter. Lane 7, Jay Madden. And in lane 8, Frankie Hernandez. The alternates in this event were Nick McCarthy from Marymount and Josiah Biller from Troy Christian, both freshmen.
And our district did very well at state last year. We got first, second, and third at state with Panos Kefalos from Seven Hills first, Matthew Marquette, who won districts and came second at state as teammate, and Matt Pettit, who came third at state. So very strong showing at the state meet last year. And 2 of them back. Nice swim here from Casey Puckett in lane 4. He's going to have a good time drop. Came in with a 102, comes out with a 59.85. Good time drop for Puckett.
But the state qualifying time last year was a 55.73.
And looking at the trend over the last few years, 5 years ago, 57.6. 4 years ago, 56.8. 3 years ago, 56.6. 2 years ago, 55.8. Last year, 55.7. You better plan to do a 55.5.
And the next heat of gentlemen looking to do that is heat 2. In lane 1, Will Jordan. Lane 2, Joe Dowling. Lane 3, Sam Condren. Lane 4, Scott Overby. Lane 5, Josie Bedell. Lane 6, James Kelly. Lane 7, Matthew Newcomer. And in lane 8, Ian Collins.
And a very strong showing from Jose Bardell. He's already had a good meet so far today. He's going to turn at the 50 in a 27.2, just ahead of Ian Collins in lane 8. He's not going to be far off that state qualifying time. He could run a 56.57 here, I think. Bardell having a very nice swim here. He'd like a 55.
55 will do it.
55.8. He is going to be right on the bubble.
Definitely.
55.8.
Last year was a 55.73.
And the year before a 55.84. He's right on the bubble out of heat 2.
Swimming in the next heat is Vincent Dang from Chaminade Julienne in lane 1. In lane 2, Ryan Kugel, senior from Oakwood. Lane 3, Seth Siebert, a senior from Shawnee. Lane 4, a senior from Kenton Ridge, Dakota Lewis Griggs. Lane 5, senior from Bellbrook, Drew Breeze. Lane 6, Jason Guo, a sophomore from Seven Hills. In lane 7, Ryan Wall, a freshman from Tip City, Tippecanoe. And in lane 8, Abe Wickstrom, junior from Wyoming.
Drew Brees made state last year, came 17th at state. He's swimming in lane 5. Going out first, Seth Siebert in lane 3. Siebert's looking good here. Brees is starting to put it together in lane 5. Siebert turns first, heading for home, followed by Brees. Looking for 55 low. Siebert's going to win this heat. 54. 54 for Brees. They're both heading to state. Dakota Lewis Griggs is a 55.5. He's going to be on the bubble for state. Very impressive with a heat to go.
In our final heat of the 100 backstroke, swimming in lane 1, we have sophomore from Miami Valley, Nathan Mitchell. In lane 2, a sophomore from Oakwood, Dutch Kip. Lane 3, Skylar Tavener, sophomore from Indian Lake. Lane 4, a top qualifier with a time of 51.82. He's a junior from Seven Hills, Matthew Marquardt. In lane 5, Matt Pettit, a senior from Catholic Central. Lane 6, John Sampson, a freshman from Bellbrook. Lane 7, another freshman from Carroll, Connor Blatt. And in lane 8, another freshman from Seven Hills, Nicholas Purple.
Matthew Marquette won this. He's the defending champion last year. And with a 51.09. He'd love to break the 50-second mark. He's swimming beside Matthew Pettit. Those two boys came 2nd and 3rd at state last year. So this should be a very good race. Marquette, really nice underwaters. Matthew Marquette came in seated first in the backstroke and the fly. Just got beaten in the fly. He's going to want this one very badly.
And it'll be, hopefully we'll be able to see some of those backstroke turns on the underwater camera.
Is that after the meet? Yeah, it's got to be.
And worth looking at Marquette's underwaters. Very nice. He'll come out late. There he goes. Pettit, very nice start as well. Pettit turns first at the first wall.
Yep, underwater water is faster water.
Nice underwaters from Marquette.
Nice turns.
24.4, 24.8. Again, great underwater work from Matthew Marquette. That's what's giving him the lead. Final turn. Marquette, followed by Pettit. Out he comes. Lovely underwaters. He's a body length ahead, and it's all been on the underwater work. 50.21. Great time. Pettit with a 51.81. Third, John Sampson, 52.2. And the top 7 all go under 55.
You can see his underwater turn now in the replay. Exactly. You can see how long he's underwater. And then you can watch when they come up to the surface just how steady they hold their heads. That's the other part of the equation.
Very nice win there for Matthew Marquette. Defends his title.
Okay, we'll be going off to the backstroke medal ceremony, and when we return, we'll have the breaststroke.
Here they come, our top 8 finishers in the 100 backstroke. We actually had 10 swimmers who were faster than last year's last at-large qualifying time of 55.73. Our top 10 were all under last year's last at-large qualifying time. Our awards this afternoon in the 100 back will be presented by Rob Johnson from Bellbrook. Finishing in 8th place, a senior from Bellbrook, Drew Breeze. Our 7th place finisher is a sophomore from Oakwood, Dutch Kip. Our 6th place finisher is a sophomore from Miami Valley, Nathan Mitchell. Our 5th place finisher is a senior from Shawnee, Seth Seibert. Our 4th place finisher is a sophomore from Lewistown, Indian Lake, Skylar Tavener. Finishing 3rd is a freshman from Bellbrook, John Sampson. Our district runner-up is an automatic qualifier for Canton. He's a senior from Springfield Catholic Central, Matt Pettit. And our 2015 district champion for the 2nd year in a row with a time of 50.21, a junior from Seven Hills, Matthew Marquardt. There they are, top 8 finishers in the 100 backstroke. Congratulations, men.
And we're about to move on to the 100 breaststroke. This is the final individual event. 4 heats. And this
our next event is 100 breaststroke. There are 4 heats.
Has varied a bit in terms of time, in terms of what it took to get to state. Last year, a 102.56. The year before, a 101.8.
Swimming in lane 1. Sophomore from Waynesville, Max Austin. Lane 2, Kyle Caulfield, a senior from Lehman. In lane 3, a senior from Chaminade Julienne, John Hawthorne. Lane 4, Joe Sheard, a sophomore from Indian Hill. In lane 5, Walker McManus, a sophomore from Marymount. Lane 6, Matthew Maring, a freshman from Seven Hills. Lane 7, another freshman from Cincinnati Country Day, John Pettengill. Lane 8, Aubrey Morris, a freshman from Tri-Village. The alternates in this event were Charlie Jordan, junior from Marymount, and Matt Weisfelder, a sophomore from Indian Hill.
The meet record was set last year by Jonathan Rutter with a 56.3. He went on to win state with a 56.2. And we've got 3 swimmers in the final heat, all of whom swam at state last year. Piers Kaiser, Ryan Stevenson, and Christopher Rutter. And we're just going to break for a second to interview Matthew Marquette. Congratulations, that was an outstanding backstroke. You must have been a little disappointed after the fly because you were just out-touched.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm looking more for next week, so.
Were you shaved and tapered for this week or next week?
No, I'm shaved and tapered for next week. So.
And what was your other race for today?
The 100 butterfly.
And how did you feel after that race?
It always, that one's one of the harder ones. The second 50 always gets me, so.
Yep.
As you can see from my splits.
You closed well on the backstroke.
Yeah.
And your underwaters were outstanding.
Thank you.
And that's really what made the difference. I mean, Matt is, a foot taller than you are, and it was your underwaters that got it for you.
Yeah.
You came so close to breaking that magic 50-second mark. Have you ever done that yet?
I've not yet. I've been close multiple times, but not quite yet.
So hopefully next week.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
That's your goal for next week?
Yeah.
And you came so close to winning state last year.
Yeah.
Is there any competition you see there?
Yeah, there's definitely there's Matt Pettit, who I'm always worried about, and there's also a guy up north named Kingsley Bowen, who's also a very good backstroker. So yeah.
Well, good luck for state next week. That was an outstanding swim.
We'll see you next week. Thanks.
Thank you.
In this event, we have in lane 1, Greg Smith in the 100 breaststroke. In lane 2, Francesco Brossert. Lane 3, Tyler Rawland. Lane 4, Andrew Sluice. Lane 5, Cole Huggard. Lane 6, Ben Enderly. Lane 7, Michael Lander. And in lane 8 was Ezekiel Fulton.
And a 104.85 for Ezekiel Fulton wins that heat.
Again, that time last year to make it to state was a 102.56. Right now, the next heat is heat 3. In lane 1, a sophomore from Oakwood, Connor Hart. Lane 2, Chris Spooner, a junior from Marymount. Lane 3, a senior from Wyoming, Ian Nyberg. Lane 4, a junior from Yellow Springs, Aman Nakai. In lane 5, Sam Oakham, a freshman from Indian Hill. Lane 6, Nick Denson, a freshman from Wyoming. Lane 7, Nick Russbaum, a freshman from McNick. And in lane 8, from Chaminade Julienne, a senior, Christopher McCoy.
Nakai is out fast already. He's always a very good breaststroker and tends to drop time at this meet. Ian Nyberg's giving him a race, though. Nyberg in 3, Nakai in 4, Sam Oakham in 5. Sam Oakham, the freshman from Indian Hill. And that's the way they turn. Again, if you want to make state, you should be trying to get a 101. A 102 might make it, but it's not assured. Nakai, followed by Nyberg, followed by Oakham. Sam Oakham looking really good as a freshman. Nakai a junior, Nyberg a senior.
Nyberg wanting to make it to state.
Nakai is going to do a 1:00.00.
Wow.
Now that is symmetrical. That gets him to state. Great swim. Nyberg 1:01.66. Very likely to go to state. Oakham right on the bubble, 1:02.54. Let's see how it plays out. But Oakham got a chance. Very fast heat. And the top heats to come.
And we have one heat to go. Swimming in lane 1. This is our top heat. A senior from Tippecanoe, Tip City, Michael Taylor. In lane 2, his teammate, a junior, Evan Stapp. In lane 3, a freshman from Seven Hills, Tinder Sear. Lane 4, the top qualifier in this event, senior from Seven Hills with a time of 58.93, Pierce Kaiser. We talked to him earlier today. In lane 5, a senior from Madeira, Ryan Stevenson. And in lane 6, a junior from Wyoming, Chris Rudder. Lane 7, Andrew Ferguson, a senior from Eaton. And in lane 8, Griffin Braun, a sophomore from Fenwick.
Pierce Kaiser's capable of breaking the meet record in this event, but he's not at all shaved or tapered for this meet. And so he'll be looking to go a 57 potentially. You've got a few swimmers here capable of breaking a minute. Ryan Stevenson can be very fast in this event as well.
And that minute is the magic threshold in this race. And many who break that minute have a hard time breaking it a second time. It's a very technical stroke to continue to execute at that below minute mark. And once they get there, they are usually there.
Oops.
Stevenson out very fast.
With Chris Rudder right next to him.
Ryan Stevenson, Piers Kaiser, Christopher Rutter, Andrew Ferguson. That's how they're taking it out at the 50. 27-2, opening split for Piers Kaiser. Kaiser starting to open up a lead on Ryan Stevenson. Kaiser from Seven Hills, Stevenson from Madeira, then Rutter from Wyoming. Very good showing for Tindasia in 3. 1, 2 on the touch. So we've got Ryan, Piers Kaiser takes first with a 57.38. Ryan Stevenson with a 58. Third, Tindasia with a 100.16. That's fourth overall. And fourth, Christopher Rutter with a 100.41. That's fifth overall. Those boys should be safe for state. Fifth place, 101.97 for Andrew Ferguson. That may be on the bubble. We'll have to see how things pan out this year. And that winds up our individual events. We've just got the 4x100 relay. We're going to have the medal presentations for that event very shortly.
Our awards tonight in the 100 breaststroke will be presented by the head coach from Seven Hills, Ali Hengis. Finishing in 8th place, he's a freshman from Indian Hill, Sam Oakham. Our 7th place finisher is a senior from Eaton, Andrew Ferguson. Finishing in 6th place, a senior from Wyoming, Ian Nyberg. Our 5th place finisher is a junior from Wyoming, Christopher Rutter. Finishing in 4th place, a freshman from Seven Hills, Tindar Sear. Our 3rd place finisher is a junior from Yellow Springs, Aman Kakai. Our district runner-up is a senior from Madeira, Ryan Stevenson. And our 2015 Southwest District champion with a time of 57.38, a senior from Seven Hills, Pierce Keiser. There they are, your top 8 finishers in the 100 breaststroke. Congratulations.
Okay, and now we're going to finish this session, this Southwest, in the Southwest Boys District Division II event with the 400 freestyle relay. 3 heats of this event, and swimming in heat 1 in lane 1, New Richmond, lane 2, Urbana, lane 3, Shawnee, lane 4, Waynesville, lane 5, Fenwick, lane 6, Clark Montessori, lane 7, Valley View, and lane 8, Cincinnati Hills Christian Academy.
And we've got quite a few competitive teams in this event. Last year, this event was won by Dayton Oakwood, and they went on to win state in almost exactly the same time they won districts. That was a district record of a 309.44. That district record's actually under threat today.
But to make it to state in this event last year, it was a 325.40. It's another one of those events that fluctuates, and largely because of the composition of the 4 swimmers and their abilities.
And again, we're already seeing 3 fast swimmers here in lane 6 and 7, Clark Montessori and Valley, with Rami Wadi and Joe North. 51.71 for Ruddy and a 51.64 for Joe North. We're on to the second swimmer.
Yeah, the thing about this event is you've got your 4 fastest swimmers, but you also have to have that luck of having 4 really fast swimmers at the same time without somebody graduating.
And again, we're still seeing Clark Montessori and Valley having a very good race here. Clark Montessori with Adam Osias comes in with a 134. Montessori, 2:15 at the turn. Third swimmer's got 50 to go. Being chased by Valley, who are actually catching. That's Damon Thomas for Valley, Ben Hammond for Clark. Anchors are in. Jason Gerald Grapes for Clark Montessori. Alex Monmingle for Germantown. Very good swim from Alex Monmingle for Germantown Valley View. Turns in a 44.8. Very good split for him. Germantown Valley View in lane 7 are going to drop some serious time here. Came in seated at a 3:54, and they're going to come out with a 3:41.
Wow, 3:41. That time last year to advance to Canton and State was a 3:25.40. Now we have a couple more swimmers in the water, but in our next heat, Heat 2 of the 400-yard freestyle relay. In lane 1, we have Xenia Christian. In lane 2 will be Archbishop Alter. Lane 3, Talawanda. Lane 4, Cincinnati Country Day. Lane 5, Carroll. Lane 6, Troy Christian. Lane 7, Chaminade Julienne. And in lane 8, Indian Hill. The alternates in this event were Hamilton Baden and Belle Fountain.
Heat 2's in the water. And we've got some quite fast swimmers in this heat. Again, some of these teams, their times are defined not by their fastest swimmer, but by their slowest swimmer. So, Kettering Alter in lane 2. Alex Rogers looking very good. Out in a 23.5. In lane 4, Alexander Mayer's looking very good. Cincinnati Country Day. Let's see what splits these boys put up for the opening 100. They're looking like they might be running 48s here. 49.8 for Kettering Alter, Alex Rogers. Cincinnati Country Day holding second with a 50 flat for Alexander Mayer. Second swimmers in the water. Alexander Mayer handing over to his twin Taylor Mayer. Michael Lewis for Kettering Archbishop Alter. And Dayton Carroll starting to make a move in lane 5 with Ignatius Brossart. It's still Archbishop Altar, Country Day, Dayton Carroll. Third swimmers in the water. Peyton Kosova for Kettering. Carson Johnson for Talawanda. George Crowley for Cincinnati Country Day, and Trevor Monga for Dayton Carroll. Monga turning it on for Dayton Carroll. 23-second split, takes the lead. He's just in front of George Crowley for Cincinnati Country Day. Monga just pulling ahead of Crowley. Monga handing over to Dominic Harry, the sophomore anchor for Dayton Carroll. Malcolm Dobke's going to chase in lane 4 for Country Day. Dobke's got to catch up a second and a half. And Dominic Harry is actually starting to increase the lead. He splits a 22-5. 23-5 for Malcolm Dobke. Dayton Carroll's going to take this one. Turns for home. Dominic Harry putting up a very good time here. 22-5 for his opening split. He brings the team home at a 3:18 with a 25-0 to close. That's a 47-5 for his 100. Very good split.
Well under last year's qualifying time.
3:18, 3:22. Both of those teams should be going to state.
All right, and we have one more heat, our last heat of the day. The 400 freestyle relay. In our final heat, our top heat in lane 1, Marymount. In lane 2, Wyoming. Lane 3, Eaton. Lane 4, the top qualifier in this event with a time of 3:14.23, Seven Hills. In lane 5, Madeira. Lane 6, Oakwood. Lane 7, Bellbrook. And in lane 8, Tip City, Tippecanoe.
And Seven Hills and Madeira could have a real race here. Each of them's taken down a meet record in a relay so far today. And the meet record in this event is a 3:09.44. And although they're not seated close to it, I think that meet record's under threat.
Swimming in lane 7, a district qualifier last year, Bellbrook. And swimming in lane 8, they were 11th at the district meet last year, Tip City, Tippecanoe.
And I think we're going to see a really good race in lanes 4 and 5. Seven Hills against Madeira.
Absolutely.
Matthew Marquette leading it out for Seven Hills. Alex Fortman leading it out for Madeira. Jackson Higgins leading it out for Oakwood. They'll start strong, but they don't have the depth that Madeira and Seven Hills have. Higgins out first in a 22-2, followed by Bellbrook's John Sampson. Higgins for Dayton Oakwood in 6. Bellbrook's John Sampson in 7. Sampson's a freshman. Very nice times there. 46s both. Very impressive. Particularly John Sampson, the freshman from Bellbrook. Liam Halpin still holding for Oakwood in lane 6. And Seven Hills and Madeira starting to turn it up. Seven Hills has got Tim Hagermeister, Madeira, Chet Dobson. Hagermeister, and they're even. 135.29, 134.96. Third swimmer in the water, Ryan Stevens, Sean Gray for Seven Hills, Drew Connor Hart for Oakwood. Gray starting to move away. Madeira is chasing with Ryan Stevenson. Gray, Stevenson, Hart. Seven Hills, Madeira, Oakwood. Stevenson trying to catch Sean Gray.
Wow.
Ryan Stevenson trying to catch Sean Gray.
He caught him.
It's going to be on the anchors there, even.
Go.
Two within 6/100ths with the anchors in. Mankowski and Pierce Kaiser. Jack Mankowski, Pierce Kaiser. Mankowski's turning it up. Pierce Kaiser's chasing. Mankowski, 22-1 for the split. Pierce Kaiser closing him.
It's all in the turns.
3:09.44 is the record. And they are even, stroke for stroke. Mankowski's going to hold on. Mankowski's going to hold on. 3:09.55. 11/100ths off the district record.
Wow.
They win the district just ahead of Seven Hills. 3:09.85. Wyoming takes third. 3:13.84.
10-second drop for them.
What an exciting way to finish up the district meet.
And again, those results to see who advances to state next week once all 4 district meets have been swum will be available at swimmeet.com.
And it's going to be very, very exciting at state next week.
Hopefully it won't be snowing in Canton.
Last year, state was won in a 3:10 flat. We've just seen 2 teams run 3:09.
At the wall, nice finish, very nice finish. Now we're getting ready to go to the medal ceremony.
400 freestyle relay. Our awards this afternoon in the relay will be presented by the head coach from Marymount, Mr. Kevin Manis.
Fast.
Oh, nice recovery.
A few times.
I don't know. Terry's right there. Time sheets. Yeah.
Here we go. Finishing in 8th place. The team from Marymount, Colin Whitecan, Scott Overby, Hayden Seeger, and Mac Lewis. Finishing in 7th place, Eaton, Mason McCargish, Paul Gregory, Drew Poole, and Andrew Ferguson. Finishing in 6th place is Dayton Carroll, Connor Blatt, Ignatius Brossard, Trevor Monger, and Dominic Harry. Finishing in 5th place is the team from Bellbrook, John Sampson, Cole Huggard, Drew Breeze, and Cody Bivey. Our 4th place finishers are the team from Dayton Oakwood, Jackson Higgins, Liam Halpin, Connor Hart, and Dutch Kip. Finishing in 3rd place, the relay team from Wyoming, Philip Rocker, Stephen Barrett, Max Chow, and Carson Burt. Our 2nd place finishers are the team from Seven Hills, Matthew Marquardt, Tim Hagemeister, Sean Gray, and Pierce Keyser. And our 2015 Southwest District champions with a time of 3:09.55. Alex Fortman, Chet Dobson, Ryan Stevenson, and Jack Mankowski. They're from Madeira. There they are, top 8 finishers in the 400 freestyle relay. Congratulations, guys.
All right. Well, that concludes this session of the 2015 Division II Boys Southwest District Meet. And all these young men who advanced today will find out for sure if they're swimming at Canton next week. The top 2 qualifiers will advance automatically, and hopefully we'll find the results tonight or tomorrow on swimmeet.com.
And it looks like our district is going to be very well represented at state this year. It's been an outstanding meet. I'd like to thank my co-announcer, Vicky Swizzler. Thank you very much, Vicky.
Thank you, Mike Rudder, Dr. Mike Rudder.
And we will see, hopefully, many of you at state next week. Have a very good afternoon.
Copies of this program are available for $20 each. Send program title along with your address and check or money order to Waycross Community Media. Attention Dub Coordinator, 2086 Waycross Road, Forest Park, Ohio 45240. Or buy securely on the web at www.waycross.tv.